Hi everyone. I have this little book. Look how small this book is. But this book is going to tell us about a big animal, kangaroos. What do kangaroo? What do kangaroos do? I wonder, what do they do? They just hop, leap. Let's turn the page and see here. Look here. Kangaroos live in groups. So more than 2, 3 kangaroos. So kangaroos groups are very big. Their group known as troops or herds. And you know how many of them live in one group? Sometimes more than 50. A lot, right? So let's turn the page here. Look at this picture here. This page, it says, kangaroos hop off to find leaves and grass to eat. So that's what kangaroos eat. They love their herbivore, right? They love to eat grass and leaves. So how do they hop? Okay. Boing, boing, boing with their long feet. So kangaroos have 4 feet, right? 2 small one in front and the long and strong ones are the back 2 legs, and those legs are very strong. So when they leap or hop, what do? They use those 2 strong legs, and to keep their balance, what do? They use their look at this big tail. Here, yes, this is how they keep their balance with their long tail, and this tail is strong too. This one look like a pouch, right? And who's here? Who's here? A baby kangaroo is called a zoe. So all other animals, babies have names like cub, kitten, pup, calf, or chick. Zoes live in their mummy's pouch. Would you like to see them? Here, this is where they live. Look, the baby is inside the pouch. So when they're born, at birth, they are so small, it says the size of a grape, that small. And then what do? They stay in mommy's pouch. They can't even suck mommy's milk. So mommy helped them to drink the milk, and they remain there for 4 months and slowly grow inside mommy's pouch. So after 4 months, what do? They sometimes come out of mommy's pouch for a short period, like for a short time. And they move around the grass and small bushes. They try to eat little grass and small shrubs. And then they go back to pouch again, stay inside the pouch. And after 10 months, when they are 10 months old, what do? They leave mommy's pouch forever, and they don't go back to pouch again because they are big enough to eat themselves and move around themselves. Kangaroos live in a hot country called Australia. Australia, where is Australia? Yes, far from Canada. Would you like to see on our globe or map where Australia is? Yes, this is Australia. So kangaroos live in that country. And Australia is the only place where we find the kangaroos. So kangaroos mostly live in eastern Australia. Australia is a very big country too. Since Australia is a very hot country, it's hard to move around in daytime because the hot sun, the hot wind, everything make them tired fast. So what do? So they like to move at night. Smart, right? Because at night, what did they say here? They like to hop around at night when it's cool. So it's not that exhausting, right? At night it's better to move around. And you know, there are some interesting things about kangaroos. When kangaroos feel like threatened, when they feel like there is a trouble coming towards them, how do they warn others? They pound the ground with their strong feet. That warns others there may be a what? Threat coming. Maybe they are in trouble, right? That tells everybody else that we are in trouble. So get ready. Get ready to run away, get ready to whatever, protect your babies, right? And you know, people say kangaroo fight. So kangaroos, they fight with each other. How do they fight with each other? Like people, the boxer in boxing game, the way they fight with each other in a boxing ring. The kangaroos, with their small legs, they fight with each other, and they keep their balance with their that long tail and two strong back legs. And sometimes they kick each other. Look here, like this. Yes, they kick opponents like very hard with their long leg. And also sometimes they bite. So we have to stay away from them, right? They are very strong. Kangaroos run very fast. You know, when kangaroos leap or hop, their one hop is 30 feet long, very long, right? And they can run very fast. They can run like in 1 hour, they can go around 50 kilometers. And they are tall too. They can grow more than 6 feet. Very tall, right? That's why they can eat leaves from high tree. Look here how they live, how they eat leaves from big trees. Yeah, kangaroos are herbivore. They love to eat grass and leaves. There are some wild dogs called dingoes. Those dogs are very ferocious. They attack kangaroos. So that's why the number of kangaroos are falling down. And also kangaroos need big space. They live in big groups, but like we human beings, we are making our own home, but we are trying to make our home by taking their space. We are making less and less space for these kangaroos. So their habitat is kind of vanishing, means where they live. Their living area is becoming less and less, which is not good for kangaroos who lives in a big group. So wild dogs are their enemy, but we human beings are not doing very well to them. So we have to make sure, right? We have to be little careful about what we are doing right now. So we have to be considerate, right? We have to stay away from their habitat, right? That belongs to them. Since Australia is a very hot country, there we see drought, means like heat and drought, very hot and sometimes no rain. So vegetation like leaves and grasses become very rare. They don't grow without water, right? So kangaroos remain hungry because they don't find their food. And also human beings are making their own home, and because of that the kangaroos are having less space, right? So that is another bad thing which is happening to them. But we have to be careful because we can do that, right? We can keep enough space for kangaroos because they need big spaces. They are big and they can run fast. They live in big groups. They need big space, and that's their habitat. So we have to be careful when we touch their space. Okay, so that's all about kangaroos. This little book inspired us to learn so much about this wonderful animal, kangaroo.